Okay, so for those who know me, you know that for 2 years, this month, 2 years, I've been loving my Aromamizer Plus by Steam Crave. This tank has gone with me everywhere. I have literally had this RDTA with me for 2 full years. I've had special drip tips made and things like that. So now they came out with another one. So we're gonna be doing an unboxing and a build. It actually comes with 3 decks. 2 of them are the same, which is the postless, so it does give you an extra postless deck. And then in addition to that, you get a single coil option as well. So we're gonna go ahead and try both. And being that this is a great RDTA, you can literally change out your decks without emptying your juice. So I'm gonna show you how to do that as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, and I'm super excited. So Steam Crave, the Aromamizer Plus RDTA. This is the special limited edition, and let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this is how it comes. It actually comes without these 2 things on top so that you can actually see it. So that's how it comes. And then you get this extra box as well. And these are the limited accessories, and it includes a 15 ml glass. The original Aromamizer Plus RDTA came with a 10 ml, a 5 ml, and then a 20 ml big extension. But the 20 ml was so tall, I never used it. In 2 years, I never even cracked the glass out of there. I usually just run it with the 10 ml capacity. So I'm going to show you with the new one how it is, because I'm definitely ready for the 15 ml. Okay, so in the box, you are going to get your Steam Crave sticker. You're also going to get a user manual. This user manual doesn't really give you too many specifics on it, just how to take it apart, what goes with what, and then your juice flow control. On this, it does have a juice flow control, so you do want to go ahead and close that up in your airflow whenever filling. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, and it gives you some more pictures on the back. And then inside, you get the Aromamizer RDTA. The special edition only has 2 colors, the blue and the red. I did get the blue. And then it does come with your tri-tool. It comes with your Steam Crave vape band, which I love, a 510 drip tip adapter. You're gonna get tons and tons of O-rings and things like that, which with mine in 2 years, I only needed 1 extra O-ring, so I'm loving it. And then you get an extra 10 ml glass. The one that is currently installed is the 10 ml, and then you get an extra 10 ml. So if you're counting, that's 2 glasses so far. And then in the box, you're gonna get more goodies for it. In this box, you're actually gonna get 2 5 ml glasses. These are to make it 5 ml, so you do get 2 of these. So if you want the 5 ml capacity, you can do that. So far that's 4 glasses. And then you're gonna get a bubble glass. This is the one that makes it 15 mils. So it does come with a whole bunch of O-rings, by the way. Yeah, O-rings galore. They provide you with so many O-rings, it's great. And this is the 15 ml bubble glass. This is basically the same size as the 10 ml, but it does hold 15. And I am super excited because I think that the bubble glass just looks phenomenal on here. So we're definitely going to be switching that out. So if you notice, that was a total of 5 glasses it comes with. You also get, in addition to the deck that is currently installed, you do get 2 extra decks. This is actually just a copy of the original deck. So this is the postless deck. So you do get an extra one, which I think is absolutely great. I've actually been rocking mine for 2 years. And then you get a single coil deck option as well. So we're going to build on this one as well as the one that is currently installed. Super, super excited. And yeah, and then of course you've got your extension pieces, which is right here. If you want to make it a shorty, then you would actually change it out to that one. And then of course, O-rings. Like, you can't go wrong with O-rings. So we've got a lot of O-rings going on. Okay, first thing I am going to tell you, which is different than the original Aromamizer Plus, is that they actually did a different top cap. The original Aromamizer Plus top cap, it actually came with a drip tip that actually was in here, and you could take off the top with the drip tip in it, but I didn't like that. So I did have some drip tips made by John Elmore, which is my favorite drip tip guy, and he made it for me. The only problem is that with this tank, I do have to actually remove the drip tip to undo the top to fill it. So that has been, I mean, it's not, I'm used to it. It's been 2 years of doing the same thing. So it really doesn't do anything for that. But now they actually changed it to where you do not have to remove the drip tip. So I think that is awesome. Look, see, they changed the whole top section. So you don't have to remove the drip tip. You can actually put it in. And of course, it's got those huge kidney fill holes as usual. It's got the same knurling. Basically, this is the same exact RDTA as this one with a couple of changes. One being the drip tip right there. And then, of course, the bubble glass and the extra decks. The airflow is exactly the same. It's still got that honeycomb type airflow, which is my favorite. And it does have the lock and unlock for the juice flow control with the same type of knurling. Sorry, I got like juice everywhere on this one. Okay, so you've got that. On the bottom, it does say designed by BJ She. So that's the same as on this one. There you go. But this one just said BJ. And then, of course, your serial number. It does have a protruding 510, but I do not recommend it for mech VODs. That's just my opinion. That's how I am. And then, of course, to get to the deck, you just undo the bottom, just like the original. So you undo the base here. There's your catch cup. This is actually like your reservoir, and it also helps lock it. And then your deck is the same one that is currently installed in the other one. Oops. Which is the postless deck. Like I told you, they do give you an extra one of these. So that's awesome, with some extra grub screws and all that. And then this is actually the inside. Everything is identical. Everything is identical to the original. This is where your juice comes out, and then it goes into this catch cup that actually wets your wicks and everything else. So yeah, same difference. You still have these notches. Whenever you're inserting your deck, you do want to make sure that you're paying attention to those notches. If your deck is not placed in exactly the way that it needs to be put in between those notches, you will get leaking. So that is really, really important. Always make sure that it fits down snug. There's literally no lip whatsoever. It's a snug fit. So that is that deck. So we're going to build on that one. And then, like I said, it does come with this extra deck, which is the single coil option, which was another reason why I just thought that this was amazing. And it does come with an extra O-ring, so don't lose that. And with this extra single coil deck, you're going to get 4 more grub screws with an O-ring, so please be careful when you're taking this out. Don't lose any of those pieces, so I'm going to save that. But this is the single deck that it comes with, the single coil deck. Is that not awesome? It already has like a stopper in it for you. It's freaking amazing. I'm absolutely loving this. So your coil leg's going to go in here, and your coil leg's going to go in here, and then your airflow is going to come out through there. So let's go ahead and start building. We're going to build on the original first, and then we're going to build on this one. Okay, so here we are, and what you're going to see is that this is a postless deck. You're going to have 4 grub screws, and then these are your wicking channels. Even though there is a hole going all the way to the bottom, you do not want to put your cotton outside of it. Follow my wicking skills on this Aromamizer Plus postless deck, and you will be in heaven. I did this 2 years ago, and I've loved it ever since, and I've referred a lot of people to my wicking in my original video, and it's helped a lot of people. So you do want to go ahead and just make sure that you follow along. Do not put it down to the bottom. If you do, you're going to have a very unpleasant experience because it will give you dry hits. So there you go. Just unscrew that one, unscrew this one. And then we're going to do this side. And again, this is just like my original Aromamizer Plus, except for that one is got a 2-year-old deck. So I definitely need to replace that one. 2 years on one atomizer. That's crazy, crazy, but it happens. Okay, so for the coils that I usually use and that I'm going to use today are my Coil Clout Fuse Claptons. You can go to coilclout.com, use Wendy, and you get 10% off. And we're going to go ahead and cut these leads. And these I usually just eyeball. I pretty much know where I'm going to have them because, well, I've done this enough, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and cut there and cut there, and then I'm going to try it. I think they're still too long, but we're going to try it out anyways. Now, remember that whenever you're putting in your coils, you want to make sure that you have your coils facing the right way. There was somebody that actually had sent me their deck that they had them in going this way. There's no way to put your cotton if you're doing them that way. So you definitely want to put them across, positive and negative, on either side. This is still just a little bit too long. I'm going to cut off just a little bit more. There you go. And a little bit more here. And then I'll go ahead and just match up the other one. I figured just by looking at it, it might be a little bit too long. So let's go ahead and cut this one. And there we go. And that one. I absolutely love, love, love this Aromamizer. Like, it's literally my favorite atomizer of all. And it holds 10 mils of juice. So yeah, that right there was a big seller to me right away. So there we go. And then tighten this one down. And there we go there. We'll straighten them out at the end. I'm just going to go ahead and put the other one in. that one in there, put that one in there, hold that one down, and there we go. And then tighten those up. I am so excited for this. You have no idea. And this, yes, I did purchase it myself. I was not sent this. This is actually something that I invested in, just like I did my original Aromamizer Plus. This is something that I loved and I enjoyed, and I went and got another one. All right, so when you're going ahead and straightening out your coils, just go ahead and make it straight like that. Straighten out this one. I actually look at it from the top. That usually tells me about where I want them. I want them pushed over to the edge, but not all the way to the edge. There we go, like that. And there's the build. Yes, perfect again, perfect once again. And if you want, you can space them out. I space them sometimes and then I don't space them other times, but this right here is a perfect build for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and heat them up real quick. Okay, just pinch and turn and pinch. You can go ahead and pull on them too, that will help. There we go. Starting to heat up. There we go. Okay. There we go. Starting to heat up nicely now. Okay, this one too. Oh yeah, there we go. Hot spots out. Want them glowing evenly from the inside out. A little light strumming. This one's almost done. Okay, and they are glowing from the inside out. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some cotton. We're gonna wick this one up and then put it aside, and then we're gonna go ahead and build on the other one. For my cotton, I'm gonna be using my Kendo Vape Cotton Gold Edition. This is like my go-to cotton. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and fill my way in here. So yeah, this feels about right there. There we go. Oh, perfect. And then the next one, put this one through here. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and start thinning these out. And I know that you're gonna be like, well, you're thinning that out a lot, but trust me, I've been doing this for a long time. And this is one of those, look at them coils. Aren't them coils beautiful? This is just one of those atomizers that I know like the back of my hand, like literally. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna cut it right there. So I'm gonna cut it like this, and they're gonna like look like little bows. Right there. Okay, and then I'm actually not done yet because we are still gonna thin them out some, because it can't be choked up in the chambers. If it is, you will not get a pleasant experience. So I'm just gonna go ahead and thin it out a little bit more. I'll pinch it together. There you go. This is like seriously a process for me. Just making sure it's even, and then I'm gonna start it, and if it's still too much, I'll feel it. And you just want it laying there. You don't want it long enough to go into the bottom. So there we go, right there. Perfect. And you can feel it because it's not too hard. It's got a lot of room still left in for the juice to come up. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do this side. I'm just combing it through. And then I'm gonna put them together and cut it again. There we go. Make sure there's no stragglers on the end. And this one's still got a lot. You can see it right there. So I'm gonna just do a little bit more here. Yes, this is a process, but once you figure out the process, it's easy. So you just go ahead and cut those off. My tweezers, and we'll go ahead and lay it right in that chamber right there. And we're gonna lay that one there. Just fold them in. And there we go, nice and wicked up. So that's one, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one, and then we'll go ahead and get those ready. So here we go. So here is the single coil option. Again, it does have the silicone piece here for the airflow so that you only have a single airflow. If you do want to open that up, this is a plug, so you can take it out. I actually like airier vapes, so you can take it out. It's a piece like this. Just make sure that you don't lose it, so if you want to put it back. But I'm actually gonna take this out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and remove or loosen my grub screws right here. And once you do that, it pops up right there. If you notice, it's low and then it comes up. So go ahead and unscrew that one. And this is going to be a single coil. Now I do have some 4mm fused Claptons made special that I have aside just in case I need a bigger coil. So I'm actually going to be using another coil, but this is a 4mm opposed to the 3mm that I usually use. And I'm just going to slide one leg in there and slide one leg in here. And I'm going to get my screwdriver so that I can actually center this right. I want it just centered just perfectly. There we go. There we go. Right there is where I want it. Oh, a little bit more there. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten this one down with the right side. There we go. And then tighten this one down. And there we go. Okay, so we got them tight. Make sure this one's nice and tight. And you see how it grabbed it? It grabbed it right there. So you do want to make sure that you're going to cut these really nice and flush. They have to be really, really flush. So make sure that you're cutting that really, really flush there. And sticking your finger in the process. And do this one very, very flush. It has to be. So it doesn't hit the walls inside the chamber. And then what I'm going to do is, you see how low it is? I'm actually going to raise it up. There we go. And see where the airflow is right there? I'm actually going to raise it just a hair bit more because I do want my coil right where the airflow is going to hit it. So you see that? Can you see? Okay. So that is about the length that I have it right there. So let's go ahead and start dry firing this one. Okay. And then just start heating that up. I want to get it to glow evenly. And these right here, I did forget to mention, I'm so sorry. These right here are going to be your wicking channels, and we're going to do the same way that we did it on the postless deck. We're going to be wicking it the same way here. So you definitely want to make sure that you are not overstuffing it. So we're just going to be laying our cotton inside. We're not going to be putting it through because these do have holes on the bottom too. See? Yeah. Okay, almost done. Oh yeah, baby. Almost there. Oh yeah, little bit of scraping, little bit of scraping. Oh, there we go. All right, so we've got our coil in here. So let me go ahead and grab some cotton and we'll wick this one up as well. Okay, so I've got my cotton right here. So we're gonna go ahead and wick it the same. Here we go. Just pull it through. Again, this is a 4mm coil. It's okay, there we go. All right. Looking good, looking good. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my tweezers and I'm going to thin it out a little bit. I'll thin this one out a little bit. Actually, this, yeah, that feels good. Okay. And then we're going to cut them right to the bottom of the deck. Right to the bottom of the deck. And then I'm just going to lay it in there. Just lay it in the channel. You see? Just lay it. There we go. Okay. Notice I didn't thin it out as much as I did on the postless deck because this is a single coil and it's taking a little bit more cotton. That's why I'm doing it. With the other one being that there's two coils, you've got two amounts of cotton that are sharing the same wicking channel. So in this case, you've only got the one. So that's why I didn't thin it out too much, but it is thinned out. And then that's the single coil. So we've got the decks both done. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and swap out the glass. I do want to go ahead and put the bubble glass on here. So as the first one is, you can actually take off this airflow ring. It does come off like this for cleaning. So there you go. The airflow does come off. You don't have to take it off for this process, but I did want to let you see that it does come apart down to there. And then what I do is I grab a pair of pliers and I put them in these kidney holes right here on the top. This is the top fill. And I just lightly turn it. And this comes apart easy like this. And then this is where you're going to change the glass to the bubble glass. So this comes off like that. Put the bubble glass on like this, and it's the same height, so you don't have to replace your chamber. And then you're just going to go ahead and screw this back on. And yes, I am super, super stoked. This is what was missing from my original. And by the way, you can purchase the glass separately. I did find that out, so you can do that. I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit. There we go. Make sure that doesn't come off. Top fill is here. that. Put on the airflow ring. And it does come on just like that. It's nice and snug, but not too snug, and it fits right there. And then of course your base goes on. So that is the Aromamizer Plus RDTA. It's literally perfect now. So now let's go ahead and put our decks in. Now the first one I'm gonna actually put in is gonna be the single coil option because of the fact that I haven't used the single coil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and juice that up. Now I'm gonna be using the same juice for both because it's gonna be in the tank, and that's gonna be my Coil Spill RKOI. This is a strawberry champagne, crisp strawberry flavor. And this is one that I started out with my original Aromamizer. So I have to do it. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and wet the coil. Make sure that I pulse it because this is gonna get my cotton wet from within the coil. And make sure that it's nice and saturated so that the flavor comes through. And then I'm gonna help it out on the side. And I'm gonna go ahead and start the wicking process on the other one as well. Get that one juiced up, but I'm gonna put this one in first. And there we go, so that one is ready. Fix all my wispies because of my OCD, I can't take it. I like see wispies and I wanna scream. So there we go. All right, so that one's done. Go ahead and do this one. Now this is the first time I've ever done a 2-deck video, so please bear with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some on the same way. On the coil, pulse it through, pulse it through. Keep going, make sure it's nice and saturated from within. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and help it on the sides. Just a little bit, I'm not juicing it too much. Same on this one. Fix all my wispies. There we go, wispies down, wispies down. All right, so that one's done. Put my glass over here. I mentioned before I put all this together, there is another way to fill this. Like say for instance, you need to put more e-liquid in this and you're building or you're wicking or whatever, and you have the deck out. And I only do this if like I know that I have to fill it while I'm rebuilding or while I'm re-wicking. What you can do is actually these ports here are the juice flow ports. You can actually fill it this way as well. So if you're already in the bottom and you don't want to flip it around after you put your build in it and you're feeling kind of lazy, you can fill it this way too. So I've done it both ways. So this way I can show you. So see, I've got some e-liquid in here, and then all you need to do, don't tip it over, is unscrew this from here. This is why I really like removable decks, to be honest with you. It just makes it a little bit easier, especially if you're swapping them out, in my opinion. But I don't know, I don't have any problem with this. And then you're gonna take it from the 510 from the bottom, hold it there. You're gonna find your slits, because remember it does have the cutouts, and you're gonna fit it in there. Just look for your cutouts. There we go. And you want it to fit perfectly in there. And you push it down, make sure that it's nice and snug. This one's actually, there we go. Now it's absolutely flat. You see? And then you're gonna go and you're gonna put on the base. Screws on like this. A lot. Oh, my hands are greasy. I have e-liquid on them. There we go. Nice and in there. It's in the locked position. You see my bubbles? See my bubbles? Bubbles, bubbles, toys, and troubles. And it's in the locked position. All you do is you just move this to the unlocked position, and now your juice flow is open. So let's go ahead and go on top and talk about it more. Okay, so here we are back on top. I have the single coil deck in here. My dual coil is still here. So we're gonna go ahead and have a vape with this. I am reading at a 0.36 ohm for the single 4mm coil. So let's go ahead and have a vape. Yummy flavor, yummy, yummy. And I didn't know how I was gonna feel with just a single coil. I do have both airflows open. I did take out the plug, but if you want it a little bit more restrictive, other than bringing it down on the airflow, you can leave that plug in there. I do have mine open though. Same great flavor, same great flavor. I really like it. I didn't know how I would like the single coil, but the single coil, it rocks. It really does. Okay, now, again, if you want to take it out and you want to put in the other deck, this is all you have to do. So I have my single coil. I'm going to dump it upside down like this. Unscrew the base. This is the same way when I'm re-wicking or rebuilding. I do it the same way. Just take this off. You're going to take this deck out just like this. It's just nice and juicy. See, it's wicking properly. Set that down. Grab the other deck. Oops, I have juice everywhere. Get my handy dandy napkin from unscrewing that one. Take out the other one. I love this thing. Shh, don't tell anybody. Love, love, love. I really want to get the red one. Now I got the blue one, now I want the red one. And I've had the stainless steel for 2 years. And then you're just gonna take this one and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna find the grooves, make sure that they're in there. It's kind of hard on camera, but let me see. Okay, put it in the grooves. Where's my grooves? And lock it into place. Just like that, nice and flat. If you see any wispies coming out, I always put them back in. This is the one that's got the deck. I told you don't put it through it. And I just push them back down. Just push it back down, get my wispies in there, and then put the base back on again. Just screw that down. That's it, that's all you gotta do. How easy is that? That you can swap between single coil and dual coil, just like that. So it automatically goes in the lock position. Flip it upside down, bubbles, and I'm gonna unlock it. There it is, unlocked. I have e-liquid all over my hands. I'll go ahead and put this on my blue box. Now it's not the same color blue, but it's still blue, so it works. Put this on here, turn this baby up. This is going to read at a 0.17, which is usually what it is. I usually vape this at about 75. There we go. Absolutely awesome. I do love that. Try this drip tip on it. This one fits perfect. All right. My old Aromamizer Plus drip tip does work, and now it's all put together. Yay. Perfect. Absolutely. This bubble glass, 15 mils it holds. Absolutely perfect. It's not any bigger than the straight glass for 10 mils. So that way it stays still compact, but you get more e-liquid capacity. And 15 mils is just perfect for me. So that's it for the first look, first builds, first tryout of the single and the dual coil. I'm probably going to put the single coil deck in my old Aromamizer Plus and rock this one with the dual. I do like the single. I'm actually going to try it also with the plug because I want to see how restrictive it is with the plug. And yeah, so that's it. That's it. If you like it, I suggest getting it. It's at shop.steamcrave.com. I did purchase it. I think it came up to like $61 with tax and everything. But you get all that I showed you all included. And again, it lasted me 2 years. I bought the original one for $50. And 2 years, it's definitely worth it. In my book, I think it's definitely worth it. And now you've got 3 decks. 2 are the same, and then you get a single coil as well. So, oh my God, yes. I love it. So there you go. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.